The National Institute of Mental Health tells us that childhood trauma is when a child experiences an event that is physically or emotionally painful or distressful. The impact and results from those moments can have lasting mental and physical effects through adulthood. What we continue to learn is that the way our bodies and brains were so carefully weaved together, one is not impacted without the other. Trauma that occurs in childhood not only can affect learning ability, the ability to socially and emotionally connect and interact with others, and a child's mental and physical health, research is proving over and over that those impacts are following us into adulthood. But think about if those traumatic events in childhood are repetitious or multifaceted. Those lasting impacts compound and can have a catastrophic effect, even leading to a substantially shorter lifespan than our counterparts whose childhood experiences weren't traumatic. Maybe since I've been talking, you've recalled a moment in your childhood that brought you pain, because I think most of us have experienced something traumatic or hurtful in our childhood. And I hope you acknowledge that uncomfortable space, because we have a lot of little people in our city who need us to heal so that we can help them heal. It's worth the work. Say you're in a maze. Mazes are fun, right? But let's say that you're being chased by a tiger. When you're in danger, your brain does its best to protect you. It shuts down all the parts that don't matter in the moment because you're simply trying to survive. Right about now, you found the exit and you close the gate just as the tiger pounces. But what if you can't find the end? What if there isn't an end and you're continuously running until you can't anymore and then you freeze? The stress from traumatic experiences affect many parts of our body and our brain. In our brain, the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex are directly affected by traumatic events. The amygdala looks something like your fist, and it plays a big role in your memory, but it also protects your brain from danger. It's where you decide to fight, flight, or freeze. When we're kids and we experience stressors, they may from time to time ignite our amygdala, and those can be healthy and they help us grow and learn and adapt. But there are people and children who are living with their amygdala on high alert. When a child lives in a constant state of fear, the ability to do anything outside of self-preservation disappears. Not only is this temporary, but the brain begins to rewire and purge things that it doesn't find useful for survival. Meaning learning to read, do the math problem, or the science experiment doesn't matter anymore because the child is simply trying to survive. There's still so much for us to learn, and I'm thankful for all of the resources that are available to us. I really do agree with G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. One of my favorite books is The Body Keeps the Score. There are also some really smart people who have created copious amounts of curriculum about childhood trauma. One of those interventions is TBRI, or Trust-Based Relational Intervention. TBRI training, books, and curriculum teach us as adults how to work with children who come from hard places with traumatic experiences. WizKids has worked hard to help our volunteers access trauma training because it matters. It matters so much. There are also emerging resources to help increase children's ability to handle hard things through social and emotional work. WizKids is proud to have begun to implement social emotional curriculum into our program. WizKids focuses on reading, but I often tell people it's so much more than reading. Time and time again, research shows that the impact of an additional caring adult, a mentor, has the largest influence on a child's educational success. The caring adult carries the hard stuff a child may be walking through and gives them space to rest, making learning probable. We choose to focus on reading over math or science or any other subject because to be successful in those areas, you have to know how to read. Until about third grade, kids are learning to read, and then they're reading to learn. Reading is a cornerstone to a child's ability to be successful in school and beyond. The reality is their fourth grade state reading test is an incredible predictor for their future success. If we're able to intervene and help spur them on, it's worth it.